plug it in after, but I like this.
And then I just press it once.
Yeah, it'll go red. I'm just putting out the link.
I need that.
Well, it is for this. It wasn't working last week. The iPad wouldn't sign on. I got 2 bars. It just looks like it went through. Do you have YouTube log? Do you log into YouTube on your phone? Or are you subscribed to
But
our
I can't
channel?
get your link at all. Like when I pull this up, you're saying problem logging in, problem logging in. I wonder if I get out of the arena. Maybe. Yeah.
How are you? Don't get too close. I'm sick. Can I see the cup? Oh yeah, it's still not plugged in yet.
Are we on video right now?
No, you can be. Your life harder. Hey Ryan, as soon as they do their cheer, I'll plug it in.
Just glad it's not the same rep, even though I love them. Get my daughter's 8 o'clock game, then my daughter's 5 o'clock game in a different arena. So I'm laughing, like if I show up, he's doing this game.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last regular season game of the year. 7 o'clock start here in Ottawa, 8:30 in Newfoundland. We have the Kanata Rangers versus the EO Stars Double B. Puck has dropped quick. We are on the way here. Obviously, you don't have your usual Mark and Mark. You have the third stringer, Ryan Hatfield, with you here tonight. As we get the first play going here, we have Wong's line on. Wong is down deep, forechecking. Sukacek as the F2, keeping the puck in. Houston now pinching in to try and keep the puck in the zone. Rangers break out of the zone, only to be gathered up by Amy Roberts. Amy Roberts back to Dunlop on the point. Up to Sukachev, who dumps it in to complete the line change. Next line up, we have Selena on the right, Amy Roberts at center, and Charlotte Thompson on the left wing, who has just walked in and had a great shot with a beautifully taped stick from one of her friends in the lobby. And our old friend from EO, Soraya Dar, makes the save for the Rangers. Amy wins the faceoff. Back, Dunlop keeps it in. Selena helps out. Amy now has control of the puck and has been turned over. Rangers now get it deep into the EO zone. Dunlop comes back behind her own net, looking for an option. Mishandles it, turnover. Rangers get it. Dunlop's in there battling hard in the corner. Selena looking to help. Roberts looking to help as well, as Rangers get it out the slot. Only for Dunlop to come back and battle for it. Back in the same corner she just did 30 seconds ago. Roberts up to Selena. Selena misses it. Rangers keep it in. Over to Sophie Ferguson in her corner as she battles for it. Dunlop gets control behind her net. Fires it out of the zone to alleviate the pressure as the Rangers defenseman goes back. She decides to skate it into the EO zone. She gets a shot off just wide of the net. Oceane Gauthier has the puck up to the middle of the Chloe Bond. Mishandled. Now we have a breakaway for Hatfield. She's got Chloe Bond. Mishandled by Hatfield over to Chloe Bond. No, it's still. Rebound. Big save by Soraya Dar for the Rangers. Two good chances by EO this period as things settle down here after a few minutes of tick by in the first period. Chloe Bond is now taking the face-off, wins it back to Oceane Gauthier on the left. Oceane misses the puck, but Chloe has it, keeps it down deep. Gwen Hatfield back in the corner, forechecking hard. Bergeron tries to pinch and keep it in, gets by her. Good hustle by Seska on the D point. She gains control of it, works it up the boards. Only for the Rangers to throw it in the slot. There we go. Clear the way. Chloe Bond gets control over to Gwen. Hatfield, this is the opportunity to get it out of the zone. Gauthier comes over. Hatfield has it. Looks for Chloe, but that's okay. They need to get a line change. Ice down the... And the face-off will be brought all the way back to the EO Stars end. I'd like to welcome fans all over Canada watching. We got Nana Sesk watching all the way in Newfoundland. And we have seasoned subscriber Barbara Long, I'm sure, watching, as she, I don't think, has missed a game yet this year. Face-off in the EO zone. Vuong wins it. Plum battles for it in her own corner. Won by the Rangers. Tried to get in the front, but it doesn't get there. Tam digging hard. Vuong comes up with it. Starts skating out of the zone with it. Over to Sukachev. Sukachev brings it into the Ranger zone. Looking for options. She gets hooked. No call. Still working hard. Tries to get it back to the point. Doesn't make it there. Rangers now start skating out of the zone with the puck. Get it deep into the EO zone with Plum coming back to go play it. Two Rangers players on her. Nice reverse pass. Tam to Sukachev. Sukachev looking for options. Flips it out of the zone. Houston now putting pressure on the Rangers as the Rangers regroup and attack. Getting it deep back into the EO zone. Dunlop works it around to Sukachev. Sukachev chips it up to Roberts. Roberts, kept in by the Rangers and cleared out shortly after by EO. Rangers have it in the neutral zone, carrying it into the EO. Turned over in the EO zone. Charlotte Thompson now looking to get it out of the zone. And is cleared by Maddie Plum. Down for an icing. 10:58 left in the first period. EO Stars with a few good chances already at the start. Rangers with a little bit of pressure in the O. Amy's line out to take the face-off. Won by the Rangers. Rangers looking for options. Get it deep back into EO zone. Around the net, the Kanata Rangers player. Oh, and it's a beautiful stop by Kira Crawford. Her first big stop of the day. Held for the face-off. This is game 22 of the season. If the EO Stars win, they will technically tie for first place, but unfortunately not get first place based on the number of wins. It looks like we are secured in the top 4 for playoffs, while the Rangers team is looking to hopefully solidify their 4th spot. Rangers players keep it into the EO zone as the EO tries to break out. Selena McDonald has the puck. Worked over to Charlotte Thompson on the left side. Charlotte Thompson tries to get by the Rangers D. Turned over in the neutral zone. Turned over once again to EO. Selena now carries it into the Rangers zone. Unfortunately loses control at the blue line. Chloe Bond picks it up. Now carries it in. Flips it in on the goalie. And it's held for a face-off. Line of Chloe Bond center, Gwen Hatfield right wing, and Ocean Gauthier left wing with Bergeron and Cesc as the D people. Face-off won by the Rangers. Worked around to the other side for the breakout. They work it ahead, but it looks like it'll be too far, and an icing called against the Rangers. Puck will be brought back all the way to the Kanata zone. EO Stars line up for the offensive face-off. Chloe Bond taking the draw. Rangers win it. They try the left side to move the puck out of the zone. They move it up and out with a chase in the neutral zone for the empty puck, but it is turned over. EO has it with Gauthier trying to get it in the zone. Hit the referee, doesn't get in. And now we have the Rangers breaking out with the puck. They turn it over at the EO blue line with Chloe Bond shooting into the zone, looking for a change. Puck comes out of the zone. Cesc dumps it back in. Rangers get control. Rangers move the puck out. Dump it into the EO zone. Wong back to help the defense. Skates behind her own net with it. Turns it over, unfortunately. Rangers get a chance. Big stop by Cesc with her stick. Rangers keep it in at the blue line. Bergeron with the reverse move. Tries to move it up to Hatfield on the right. Hatfield on the right turns it over at the blue line. Bergeron finally clears the zone. And we have Sukachev going back into the Rangers area. Forecheck. Houston keeps it at the blue line. Houston digging hard. Fighting on the boards. Over to Sukachev in the slot area and just missed it with the Rangers picking up and flipping it out of the zone to alleviate their pressure. Plum now has it. Up the boards to Houston off her skates. Turned over by the Rangers. Back to Tam on the point. Tam up to Wong. Mishandled that. Rangers get control of it in the neutral zone. Turned over by the and EO now trying to get it deep into the zone with Houston trying to get it deep. Tam gets control. Tam dumps it into the zone. Turned over, and the Rangers decide to shoot it down the ice. There is no icing on this call. Amy Roberts back to help the defense. Up to Plum. Plum looking for options to the far side to Charlotte Thompson. Charlotte Thompson chips it by the defense as EO go into the Ranger zone. Kept in by Lucy Dunlop with a shot on net. Oh, just wide. Penalty coming up against the Rangers. Looks like they dumped Selena behind the play. The call looks like it's going to be 2 minutes for interference. The first power play of the game going to the EO Stars. Well, folks, we've enjoyed bringing the broadcast to you this year. Thank you for all that have watched from home, watched on the road. Some have watched in other countries. Power play here. Sophie Ferguson off the point, just wide of the net. Rangers brings Amy Roberts down with a cross check to the back of the head. No call here in Orleans on a Saturday night as the Rangers dump it down, and Sophie Ferguson goes back to get the puck. Sophie turns around from behind her net, feeds it up to her partner Dunlop, who feeds it up to Charlotte Thompson. Roberts back to Dunlop. Dunlop over to Sophie Ferguson, and Selena McDonald picks up the loose puck. Nice move in her own end. Now looking for options as Selena McDonald skates up over to Charlotte Thompson, who gets into the zone. They're ready to set up our power play. Amy Roberts works it back to the point. Lucy Dunlop takes a look over to Gwen Hatfield on the left-hand side. Hatfield curls around, tries to feed in front, and just misses Charlotte Thompson. The Rangers clear the zone. Sophie Ferguson goes back, starts looking for options to pass up the puck to. She gives it to her partner Dunlop, up to Chloe. Chloe tries to work it to Gwen, and it's turned over, dumped back into the EO zone. Lucy Dunlop back in her own end, works up the boards. Hatfield on the right-hand side, tries to get it to Dawn off a shin pad into the neutral zone. EO controls it. Bond gets into the zone, looks for options, and gets a shot from the side of the net. Big save by the Kanata goalie. Hatfield goes behind the Rangers net, taking a look. She feeds it back to the point. Bergeron with a shot right on net, blocked by the Rangers defenseman. Ocean looking for the rebound, works behind the net to Gwen. Hatfield gets it in front. Oh, big save by the Kanata goalie again. Ocean in the corner, skates around the net, turns back over to Gwen behind the net. Hatfield loses control, but Chloe Bond's able to keep it in. Chloe shoots on it, blocked by the Kanata defenseman. Kept in by Sesk, who keeps it down low, but unfortunately the EO players are changing after a power play. The power play was over. A couple chances, but nothing too dangerous at this moment. With the line change, the EO Stars get it back into Kanata zone. Houston forechecking as the Rangers try to work it down the ice. Missed pass. Looks like it'll be an icing against the Rangers. Face off in their zone. Special shout out to the Hatfields who are watching at home, hopefully, as we hope the link worked. Nana Hatfield recovering from surgery. Super happy to be able to watch her granddaughter play her last regular season game. EO gets it into the Kanata zone, but turned over at the blue line. Kanata gets it deep into the EO zone with Tam going behind her net to pick up the puck. Tam works it up to Sukachev. Sukachev mishandles it, unfortunately, gets kept in by the Rangers player, but Sukachev battling hard. Lots of back and forth here in our own end as Tam feeds it to her winger, Sukachev, up to Vuong. Vuong looking for space to carry the puck. Vuong decides to shoot it in deep and go for a change. Sukachev, first girl in, going to put some pressure. Selena coming in as the F2, looking to put pressure as well. Great job by Selena battling on the boards. Gets it back into the Rangers zone, but Rangers have control of the puck. Rangers turn it over at the neutral zone. Thompson gets control and is stopped by the Rangers defenseman. Flipped into the EO zone. Kiera Crawford moves it nicely off to the side for Dunlop. Dunlop skates with it for a few paces. Gets it up to Selena. Selena McDonald walks in, gets a shot off, and hits a shin pad, bounces wide. Ferguson tries to keep the puck in. Battling hard is Sophie. Sophie Ferguson over to Dunlop. Dunlop looking for options. Feeds it back to her partner, Sophie. Sophie Ferguson has turned it over at the blue line. Amy Roberts back there to help her defenseman. Works it behind the net to Lucy Dunlop over to Charlotte Thompson, who pokes it by the defenseman and out of the zone. Amy Roberts now trails her, picks up the loose puck, kicks over to Selena as they cross the blue line. Selena, unfortunately, gets deflected by the Rangers defenseman. Roberts behind the Rangers net. Turned over, still battling her. McDonald loses control of the puck. Rangers skate out with it and get it into the EO zone. Bergeron goes back into the corner, turns around, skates with it over to McDonald. McDonald turns it over, and Rangers get a high shot just wide. Rangers keep it in the EO zone. They work it down low. Lucy Dunlop looking to battle that puck in the corner. Pins her man up against the board. Amy Roberts back there to help. Over to Gauthier. Gauthier skates out of the zone with it. Goes wide. Nice move by Gauthier. Gets it deep into the zone. Bergeron pinches in to keep it in. Nicole Bond doing a great job covering for Bergeron. Bergeron wins the puck. Keeps it down low with Sukachev fighting in the other corner. Rangers move it up. Carry it out of the zone. Turned over. Nicole Bond in her own end with the puck. Bowie over to Bergeron. Bergeron to Glenn Hatfield. Glenn Hatfield mishandles the puck. But the Rangers put in the zone. Rangers dump it down. And we have icing. 1:49 left in the first period. 0-0 score. Hockey Saturday night. Face-off won by the Rangers. Rangers work it around to the other side. Try to clear zone, but it's kept in by Sess. Sess shoots it on net. Rangers defenseman picks it up, skates out of the zone, feeds it to the left winger. Rangers enter the EO zone. Look to get a scoring opportunity. They're going to get a shot off, and it's deflected wide of the net. Rangers having control of the puck in the EO zone. Keeping it in. Vuong with a nice stop, skates out with it on a 3-on-1. Vuong goes wide. Dipsy Doodles gets a shot off, and a nice shot, but a nice save by the Kanata goalie. Score remains 0-0. Shots are 6-1 for the EO Stars, with at least 3 of them being very good opportunities. EO wins control of the faceoff, keeps it into the zone. Amy Roberts down low, tries to work it out front to Charlotte Thompson. Unfortunately cleared away by the Rangers. Amy Roberts working hard in the corner with Charlotte Thompson helping her out. Charlotte walks out from behind the net. Mishandles it, but battling still for control of that puck. Amy helps, puts it out front. Selena whacks at it and just missed. Iced down by the Rangers. That may be their 6th icing of the day. 45 seconds left in the first period. With Chloe Bond's line out. Looking to end the period off strong. Face-off won by the Rangers. Gauthier battling hard in the forecheck region. Hatfield comes in, misses the forecheck. Rangers break out with it. Missed pass is a turnover for 10 to gain control in the neutral zone. Off the Rangers stick, out of play. 30.2 seconds left in the first period. Face-off just outside the EO. Then up to Gauthier. Gauthier up to Bond. Turned over in the neutral zone. But Bond still battling to get control of that puck. As it does enter the EO zone, Hatfield putting a little pressure. 5 seconds left. Rangers carrying in EO. They get a shut off. Kira with the right pad save. Just as the horn blows. Score remains 0-0 after 1 period. So once again, folks, sorry for the quick start here, but this is Ryan Hatfield filling in for Marc-Andre and Mark Roberts. Rumor is they got called up to the Olympics, filling in. I'm not sure if that rumor is true or not. I may have started that rumor, but that's the only logical reason I can think of why they're not here tonight for their last home game, is that they've been called up to maybe doing a show for TSN or CBC, because they have done a wonderful job all year. As this is our last home game, the EO Stars would like to thank their fans for always showering before games, unlike the Oshawa General fans that had to have a special message put out. You Orleans people have done a wonderful job of smelling really nice for hockey games, and we appreciate that. as another night here at Ray Friel goes by. EO Stars are already lined up at the face-off, ready to go. Christine Vuong centering Sukuchev on the left and Houston on the right. For defense, we have Sophie Ferguson and Lucy Dunlop on the left. Here, Crawford's ready for another great period. She looks posed, well rested, and ready to go. Second period is on a go with Kanata working the puck into the EO zone. EO clears the zone with Sukuchev skating out on the left-hand side. Sukuchev gets hooked, and there will be a call coming. Kanata touches up. Power play for the EO Stars. .39 left in the second period. Stars are granted a 2-minute power play for hooking. Sukuchev with a strong play drew the penalty. Face-off won by Vuong. Back to Dunlop. Dunlop looking for options. Feeds it down low to Sukuchev. Over to Dunlop. Dunlop shoots and just wide. Vuong tries to keep it in. It is flipped out by Kanata, only for Dunlop to go back in their own end. Up to Houston. Houston over to Sukuchev on the far side. Sukuchev tries to feed it over. Controls it though. Gathers it on net. And Vuong just there for a rebound, but there is no rebound. Soraya Dar with another good play for Kanata. Really keeping them in today with some strong goaltending. EO Stars come out with Amy Roberts centering with Selena McDonald on the left and Charlotte Thompson. Sorry, should be on the left, but they mix it up for the power play. Sesk keeps the puck in, backhands it towards the net. Cleared away by the Rangers. Kept in by Bergeron, just barely. Good effort by Bergeron. Kanata tries to clear it. Kept in by Charlotte Thompson. Back to Bergeron. Bergeron looking for options, walks in. Over to Charlotte Thompson. Down low to Amy Roberts. Back to Charlotte Thompson. Charlotte shoots and just wide of the net. Sesk tries to keep the puck in. Cleared by Kanata. Unfortunately, Sesk will be called for interference on the play. A heads-up play by Sesk could have been dangerous there. Could have been a breakaway. Held up the player. Could have been 50-50 on that, but it is called here on a Saturday night at Ray Friel. Chloe Bond and Gwen have to come out to help try and kill the penalty with Cam and Plum. Rangers keep it in. Get a shot on net. Here, Crawford with the big save. Freezes for a face-off. Face-off just to the left of Kira Crawford. Won by Chloe Bond. Works it back to Tam. Over to the right side. Gwendolyn Hefflet has the puck. Up to Chloe Bond. Back into the EO zone. Tam looking for options here. Throws it up the side. Gwendolyn Hefflet chases it down. Just out of the zone. Delayed offside against the EO. Turnover in the neutral zone, but Tam is there to save the day. 4-on-4. We have Tam now getting control up to Chloe Bond. Pushes ahead for Gwendolyn Hatfield, who chases it down just a little too far. Icing against the Stars. 4-on-4 for 3 more seconds. And then the Rangers will have a 1-minute and 7-second power play. Face off in EO zone. Won by the Stars. Lucy Dunlop works it up to Sukuchev. Sukuchev tries to clear the zone. But Lucy Dunlop will help her out. Gets it all the way down. Right to the Rangers goal. He pushes out for a defenseman. Defenseman with speed comes around the net. Flips it up. But kept in at the line by Sukuchev with Gauthier putting pressure on. Rangers try to feed a winger up in the neutral zone, turned over, back and forth they go. Lucy Dunlop now deep in her own end with the puck, looks to ice it, and does a wonderful job of icing the puck down. With 30 seconds left of the EO Stars penalty. Houston puts pressure on the defense to turn back over. Houston Dunlop just does what she does, moves it right back down to the zone. Christine Duong puts pressure on the Rangers as they cannot connect. Puck is slowed down with the snow, it looked like, along the boards there. Rangers gain control with that advantage. Shot on net. Garrett Crawford, big save. Rangers get another opportunity just wide of the net. Puck goes back to the Rangers defense on the point. They try to work it out front. EO Stars penalty is over, but the Kanata Rangers are keeping the puck in the EO zone. Amy Roberts tries to move it up and out, but it's kept in. Rangers looking to do a give and go, trying to feed it off. Back in the corner. Christine Wong now trying to get out of the zone. With the Rangers able to keep it in. Now it's turned back over. Amy Roberts is now going to clear the zone by skating it out, getting it deep into the Rangers zone. Cuts to the net, turns in the corner, looking for help. Her line mates were just changing up. She now has control of it again. Looks to get it back to Sesko. She looked her off over the front to Selena. Selena with a shot, and a nice save by the Kanata goalie. .39 left in the second period. Amy Roberts about to take the draw here. Rangers win the draw. They look to try and get it, but it's kept in by EO. Selena wins control in the slot. Dangerous area, backhand shot, and saved by the Kanata goalie. Roberts looks to take the draw. Kanata wins it. Tried to work it out. Cesc keeps it in. Roberts helps out Cesc. Rangers do leave the zone with it. Number 17 skating down the right-hand side. Let the EO Stars defense snuff her out. Take the puck. Try to clear the zone. Kept in by Kanata defense, who rings around the net. Only for EO to get control of it. Roberts tries to go up the middle with it. Does clear the zone. Now delayed offside for the Rangers. Bergeron has it. Looks for a pass over to Charlotte Thompson. Charlotte Thompson skates into the zone. Looking for help. She sees Selena McDonald with the shot, and just wide of the net. Cesc keeps it in as the EO Stars can finish up the line change here. Chloe Bond looks to put pressure, but it is cleared out of the zone by the Rangers. And another icing by Kanata. Face off in the Kanata zone. Chloe Bond taking the face off. Ocean Gauthier on the left. Glenn Hatfield on the right. Tam and Plum on the point. After a hotly contested face-off, puck rolls back to the Kanata goalie, who freezes it. We will do this all again. Chloe Bond wins the face-off back to Tam. Tam looks for a shot, puts it back into the corner. We'll go to with two Rangers in her way. Smart play by Tam. Hatfield digging hard, skates out of the zone with it. Corner, moves it back to Gauthier. Gauthier back to Hatfield. Hatfield tries to get it to Chloe in the slot, and Chloe was covered, but still managed to get the puck towards the Kanata goalie. Kanata breaks out one-on-one with Maddie Plum. Maddie Plum with a great stop. Tam now in her own corner, working on the Kanata girl, trying to get her to cough at the puck. They work it back into Tam's corner. Tam looking to win that puck back to the point for the Rangers D. Rangers D shoots on net. Scramble! And the EO clear it off to the side. EO Stars trying to just get out of this zone at the moment. Hatfield tries to go up the right-hand side, turns it over at the blue line. Ocean flips it up, hits One Hatfield escape, but it bounces luckily to Vaughn. Vaughn shoots and just wide of the net. Kept in by Sukachev as Hatfield and Vaughn look to change. Vuong and Houston come in to help out Sukachev. Sukachev doing a great job on the boards. Cleared out by the Rangers. Dunlop in the neutral zone to Houston. Houston puts it into the zone. Cleared out by the Rangers. Dunlop feeds it to Vuong. Back to Dunlop. Over to Sukachev. Sukachev gets into the Rangers zone. Walks out with it. Sukachev with a shot. High shot. Rebound and saved by the Kanata goalie. Vuong's stick just flew in the air about 10-15 feet as the Rangers player did not want them getting close to their goalie. Face off to the right of the Kanata goalie. Vuong wins the face-off. Back to Sukachev. Sukachev to Dunlop. Unfortunately, blocked by the Rangers player. 2-on-2. Rangers player comes on the right-hand side, feeds it in front, and they do not connect. EO skates out of the zone. That's Vuong carrying it up on the right-hand side. Vuong gets it in deep. Saraya Dar, the goalie for the Rangers, moves it up to her winger. Winger up to the centerman, who then dumps it back into the EO zone with Bergeron going back to get the puck. Bergeron flips it up the boards. That is Vuong now trying to get it out of the EO zone. Sukachev digging hard. Gets dumped deep into the EO zone. Dunlop turns and reverses. Sukachev picks it off the boards. Tries to get up to Vuong, but it does clear the zone. Rangers regain it. Player tries to skate through everyone, but not Sukachev. She's hard on the puck tonight. Gets hooked. Same girl that hooked her, I think, earlier in the game. No call here. Sukachev gets it deep, looks for a change. Rangers have some time as the EO Stars are changing. Dumped into the EO zone. No icing here. Roberts goes back to pick up the puck. Roberts tries to go the other way, back to Sesk. Sesk over to Thompson. Thompson gets it to the middle to Roberts. Roberts tries to get it to Selena. Selena then wins the puck. We may get an opportunity here. Selena coming up the left-hand side. Cuts in front. And a big save by the Kanata goalie. Nice play by Selena McDonald. Kept in by Sesk. Sesk tries to shoot off Charlotte Thompson. But kept in by McDonald as she keeps it into the zone. Kanata Rangers get it out and deep into the EO zone. Bergeron goes back behind her net with the puck. Gets it to Sesk. Sesk now in her own corner. Reverse play. Nice move by Sesk. Doesn't like what she sees, so she does a spinorama. Evades the forecheck over to, that was Selena. Selena over to Thompson. Thompson falls as she tries to gain the puck. We are deep into the Kanata zone with Kanata breaking out. Maddie Plum holds the puck at the blue line. Now back into the EO zone. Hatfield up to Plum. Miscue there as Kanata tries to skate into the zone, but they are offside. Not many whistles here tonight. Clock is ticked down to 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Chloe Bond's line is out. Wins the puck back to Plum. Plum to Tam. Tam up to Ocean Gauthier. Kanata battling hard in the neutral zone. Hatfield gains control. Hatfield walks in. And it's frozen by the Kanata goalie. Face off to the left of the Kanata goalie. Chloe Bond looking to win another face-off. She's on a little bit of a hot streak now. I think she's strung together a couple face-off wins in a row. And she gets another one. Plum shoots. Blocker save by the Rangers goalie. Rangers clear the zone with Gauthier trying to get it back in. Works his way back to Plum, back in her own end. Over to Hatfield on the right-hand side. Hatfield skating up the right-hand side. Gets it deep. Proceeds to skate. First on the puck is Hatfield as she controls. She curls back. No option there. She's now hung up. Puck works itself loose to the Rangers defenseman. Works up the left-hand side. Kept in by Plum. Great pinch there with Hatfield covering for her. Down deep. Forwards all decide to change. With Tam doing a wonderful job pinching in on the other side to buy time for her team to change. Turned over. Vuong gets a chance. Works in front. Rebound. No rebound. Sukachev right at the doorstep looking to bang home any rebounds. But unfortunately, no rebounds for her. Second period. EO Stars face off in the Kanata zone. Kanata eventually. Oh! Big collision at neutral zone. Lucy Dunlop took some sort of a forearm to the face. Looks like we have a penalty being called here against Kanata. Lucy Dunlop needs a little bit of help getting up. Hard collision here. Our wonderful trainer, Houston, out to help Dunlop. She may be okay. That's what we all hope. She makes her way to the bench. It will be checked out. We have a 2-minute penalty. Unfortunately, I did not see the official call. The 2 minutes are up on the board. 3:30 left of the second period. Face off to the right of the Kanata Rangers goalie. Christine Vuong out to take the face off. Wins it back to Sesk. Sesk moves it up to Houston. Rangers get control of their own end. They work it around. Sophie Ferguson pinches to keep it in. Has control, has time, takes a look at her options. Over to Sesk. Sesk decides to shoot on it and just wide. Sukachev now has control. Sukachev to Vuong. Vuong comes, reverses, goes back the other way. Works it in front. Scramble! And frozen by the Rangers goalie. She is really keeping them in today. 0-0 here in the second period. Sesk and Bergeron are on the point. Vuong looks to take the face-off. Won by Kanata. Sukachev goes in hard. Keeps it in play. The Rangers are able to clear the zone. Sesk skates out in the neutral and picks it up. Beautiful pass over to her partner, Bergeron. Bergeron back to Sesk. Sesk makes it up to Sukachev. 2-on-1. Rangers catch up. Over to Bergeron. Bergeron to Sesk. Sesk walks in and shoots, and the save by the Kanata goalie. Amy Roberts' line comes out with 1 minute and 6 seconds left of the power play. Charlotte Thompson lined up on the right-hand side for the face-off. Selena McDonald on the left. McDonald battling hard for the puck. Gets tripped up. Rangers player falls on top of her. Roberts walks out with the puck behind the net. Over to Thompson. Back to Roberts. Roberts to Thompson. Thompson back to Bergeron. Bergeron looking for options. She's thinking about shooting. She's thinking about it, folks. That goes back to her partner, Sesk. Sesk moves around. Shoots it in deep. Roberts controls. Over to Thompson on the half wall. Thompson gets hung up, but gets control back to Sesk. Sesk back low. Gets it to McDonald. McDonald walks out behind the net. Feeds it in front. Cleared away. Bergeron with a shot. Oh, off the stick of the goalie. I don't think she saw that one. Thompson back to Sesk. Sesk over to Bergeron. She walks in, gets a low shot. Nice shot. Big save. Roberts still has the puck. Works it back to Bergeron. Bergeron over. Decides to shoot and gloved down by the Rangers goal. 7 seconds left of the power play. Line change by EO as Gwendolyn Hatfield comes out to line up on the left-hand side. Ocean Gauthier on the right. Chloe Bond taking center. Chloe Bond's brother throwing the gum out. Tam lined up on the point with Maddie Plum. Tam over to Plum. Plum. Unfortunately, pass is picked off by the Rangers as they skate out with 1 minute and 28 seconds left. Rangers getting into the EO zone. Chloe Bond gets control behind her own net, works it over to Hatfield, misplays it off the boards, but Chloe's there to gain the puck again. Worked up and over into the neutral zone. We have Ocean Tam working hard. Ocean gains control, gets hauled up, and it's great support by Chloe Bond, who gets it deep. Hatfield in the offensive zone, works it back to Chloe Bond. Chloe Bond looking for options. 2 on her, but she still has control of it. Sneaks it behind the net. Ocean Gauthier tries to keep it in. 10 does though. No, does not clear the zone. Hatfield down low, works it in front. Bond with a backhand shot. Gauthier was there for the rebound, frozen by the Kanata goalie. 33.5 seconds out. 20 shots to 4 for the EO Stars as they are putting the pressure on the Rangers here in the second period. Good to see Lucy Dunlop back out. We have a face-off violation on the Rangers. They will have to switch up who takes it. Vuong wins the face-off. Back to Dunlop. Dunlop shot on net, just wide. Houston works in there hard to Sukachev. Oh. Won by the Rangers in the scramble. Rangers look to clear the zone, and they do. Sukachev tries to get it deep in, but gained by the Rangers. Sophie Ferguson turns it over. Shot. Rebound. Cleared away by Sukachev on that one. Second period comes to an end, 0-0 going into the third period of our last regular season game. Here we are in the second intermission. We have 2 EO Stars alumni. Who do we have here?
Leonie?
And?
Marta.
2 girls that graduated the program last year and have gone off to do some wonderful things. What have we been doing with our time lately? Let's start with Marta.
We've been studying a lot, going to the gym, on that grind.
Oh, yes. And you, Leonie?
Hanging out in North Bay, playing hockey still, trying to be a nurse.
Oh, nice. We have about, I think, 6 or 7 seniors this year. What would you recommend that they do to try and fill the void of hockey? As they may play hockey, but they're definitely not going to play as much hockey as they would have this past year. Or would you give as some advice to fill their time?
Keep talking to the teammates. They're always going to be your teammates, even if you don't play with them anymore.
Oh, I love it. And you, Marta?
If you're in school and you're anything like me, you're going to be studying a lot. So, low-key, there's not a lot of free time, but, go to the gym, keep active, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you to Marta and Leonie for that wise advice. If you don't know Leonie or Smarta, they are 2 great graduates of Swarford Laurier who have done a wonderful job both playing sports for the school and being very academic. Third period is underway with 19:37 left in the third period. Of course, the EO has gotten it into the Ranger zone. I don't have any stats in front of me, but I can tell you they have been playing most of the game down in Kanata's zone tonight. Kanata clears the zone with Sophie Ferguson going back. Spins and decides to move the puck up the boards, but the Rangers are able to keep it in. Vuong works it back to Dunlop. Dunlop, with the help of Sukachev, gain control of the puck. Dunlop to Ferguson. Ferguson to Houston and out, with Rangers dumping it back in. Dunlop's first one on the puck. looking for options. Sees Houston. Houston tips it and gets it out of the zone so that we can get a new line out. Amy's line comes out next. 18:42 left in the third. Selena McDonald goes hard, but it is dumped in by the Rangers. Looks like we have a penalty coming up. Amy Roberts, I think, is getting a penalty. She was battling in the corner there for the puck. Call is going to be 2 minutes for. It hits it ahead. I'm worried how many fingers he put up there. 2 minutes, that's good. I'll take the 2 minutes. I was worried he put up 4. Face off in the zone. Rangers win it. Shot off to the side. Sesk tries to clear the zone, but kept in by the Rangers defenseman. Rangers work it around the EO net. Bergeron, first to the puck. Gets control of it. Battling hard. Rangers ultimately get control, with Sesk battling hard to try and prevent them from walking out. Does a great job of doing it, but they do get a shot away in the slot. But Kiera Crawford is there with a big save. Top of crease, no rebound. Great play by Kiera Crawford. Chloe Bond, Ocean Gauthier come out to kill this penalty with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. 0-0 game in the third period. Ocean skates out of the face-off with it and dumps it in deep and now puts pressure on the Rangers defense. And it does a good job as they try to move it out of their zone, but it's turned over by Chloe Bond. Ocean knocks it back down deep into the zone. 1 minute and 9 seconds left of the power play. Rangers trying to get it deep into EO. They get it into the zone. Sesk wins the battle. And he's almost able to clear the zone, but Chloe Bond's there to help. To me, it looked like it cleared the zone. Ref thinks so too. And it's out, but the Rangers are just as quickly back in. Shot on net. Kiera Crawford with the glove save. 47 seconds left of the penalty. 17-14 left in the third. Gwendolyn Hatfield comes out to take the face-off. Won by the Rangers. Rangers looking for options. They feed it through, but it's frozen by Kiera Crawford. Sukachev will take this face-off. Won by the Rangers. They'll get a shot from the point. Blocked. Brought down by Plum. Over to Gwen Hatfield, who gets it out of the zone, chases it down. Sukachev is the first one there to put pressure on the Rangers defenseman. She's looking for options. And the Rangers do come out of it. 3-on-3 here. And they shoot it deep into the zone. Plum will be first to the puck. 2 girls on her. 12 seconds left of the power play. Worked out in front. Scramble! But it is cleared away by Sukachev, with Gwen Hatfield being the first one to the puck. Probably here. She might get it. Goalie comes out and plays it. Smart play by the Rangers goalie. And the EO Stars have killed off another penalty. Rangers move it up to the neutral zone. Claire carries it in. Blocked by Ferguson. Selena McDonald works it up. Wong's going to be the first one there to chip it by. Gets it by her, but not the defenseman. Kept in by the Rangers. Pad save by Kiera Crawford. Ferguson. And Wong working. Oh, great opportunity for the Rangers there to come out of the corner with it, but Kiera with a nice shoulder save. The EO Stars trying to move the puck out as the Rangers are trying to pin it in. Rangers come out with it. Shot from the point, just wide of the net. Ferguson comes around the other way to block the shot. Worked around. Rangers keep it into the zone. Dunlop works it up to Vuong. Vuong skating out of the zone with it. Gives it to Houston. Unfortunately, that was a hot pass turned over at the neutral zone. Dumped right back into the EO zone. Sophie Ferguson back to it. Ferguson Up to Selena McDonald. McDonald looking for options. Decides to skate with it. Dumps it in. Not all the way. Gets hit. No call. But we do get it deep into the zone. Houston putting pressure on the Rangers. Turned over. Roberts keeps it down low. Rangers try the other way, but that's where Selena McDonald is. Selena wins the puck over to Roberts. Roberts looking for options. Middle of the line change, so they're looking for their partner who's just come on the scene, Charlotte Thompson. It is whacked away, cleared in front of the net. Dumped out with EO getting control. Some nice passing there by the EO Stars defense. Rangers get it into EO zone. McDonald gets it out of the zone. Rangers gain control. They feed it. Nice pass. Good timing there by the Rangers, but EO takes control. That is Sesk. Sesk skating out of the zone with it. Flips it up off the Rangers player and out. It will be a face-off to the left of Kira Crawford in the EO zone. Well, folks, I thought there was going to be a teddy bear toss here between the second and third period. Apparently, that is probably another week. So I am a little awkward here having my teddy bear next to me, but maybe I'll bring it next week if we do the teddy bear toss. Back to the game, we have EO in their own end. Chloe Bond skating out of her zone with it, feeds it up to Gwen Hatfield on the right. Hatfield cuts to the middle, over to Gauthier. Gauthier walks in, shoots. Big save by the Rangers goal to keep it 0-0. Rangers are now coming the other way, cutting in. Rangers are offside. Rangers are offside, but no call. As a workaround. Shot by the Rangers just wide of the net. Little pressure here by the Kanata Rangers, keeping it in the EO zone. 13:26 left. Hatfield and Bergeron tried to get it out, and they do manage to get it out. Two of the girls go for a change. Hatfield puts a little pressure on to buy some time as the new legs get out. Kanata player with some nice moves. Shot on net. Handled by Kira, flipped off to the side. Tam tries to go up the right-hand side. Hatfield and Wong trying to get it out. Hooked. Tam was hooked. Somehow no call there. Battle in the corners. Bergeron. Bergeron still battling hard for the puck. Wong tries to help. Kanata players walks out and tries to get in front. No one there. Sukachev has it. Feeds it to Gwen off her skate. She goes for a change. No ice. Great job by Wong and Sukachev to put pressure as F1s and 2s. Their forecheck is able to help keep that puck in with a nice pinch by Plum. EO enjoying some offensive time here with Houston battling hard in the corner. Wong back as the F3, looking to pounce on anything that comes free. It is flipped out of the zone by Kanata. Plum over to our partner Tam. Tam. Lost track of the puck. Went into one of the Kanata Rangers' pants. Puck is now become visible again. Rangers walk out. Their defenseman skates into the zone and dumps it in behind the net. Tam with a person on her moves the puck up. Sukachev working hard on the boards to try and get it up. It is flipped up, still in, kept in by the Rangers. Tam gains control. Up to Sukachev. Sukachev to Roberts. Roberts gets it into the zone. Two Kanata girls on her. Great play by Roberts to get it deep. Battle for it here. Looks like there'll be another penalty coming against the EO Stars as Dunlop goes back to touch up the puck. She touched it, but no whistle. Rangers dump it back in. EO finally touches the puck. 11 minutes and 1 second left. 0-0 tie here in the third period. We have Amy Roberts going off for 2 minutes for a hook. Face off to the left of Kira. Kanata wins it, works it around from the outside, from the half wall shot. Rebound, big save. 2 big saves by Kira Crawford, keeping the EO Stars level here at 0-0. EO clears the zone. Selena gets a little bit of offense here on the PK. Charlotte Thompson supports and keeps the puck into the Kanata zone. But Kanata is able to work the puck out. Kanata comes in, shoots. Big save by Kira with her blocker. Kept in by the Rangers on this power play. They work it to the point. Kanata defenseman keeps it in by shooting in the corner. Sophie Ferguson goes to battle tip and scores. Rangers player from the corner feeds it in front, tipped in by the girl in front, squeaks by the goalie. We have a 1-0 hockey game here for the Rangers. Chloe Bond comes out with Oceane Gauthier and Gwen Hatfield on the right. Gauthier left, Bond center. EO Stars are down 1-0 with 10 minutes and 14 seconds left in the third period. Hatfield tries to get into the zone, but it's turned over. Rangers work it to the other side, and it is fought over at their blue line and brought in by Gauthier, which has done a good job. She's worked hard tonight, little battles like that. And the Rangers come out with the puck. Sesk now gains control of the loose puck, moves it up to Hatfield. Hatfield dumps it in. Gauthier is going to be first on the Rangers player. Hatfield keeps it in by being the F2 over to Gauthier. Gauthier walks out, forces the pass in front. Hatfield shoots. Big save. Gauthier now puts pressure to try and win that puck. Hatfield comes in to help. Rangers move it up and out of the zone. Looks like it's going to die here. No ice with a person on. Bergeron has one on them hard. Works it back. Sesk works it up to Sukachev. Sukachev to the middle. Turned over at the blue line. Bergeron now has the puck. Keeps it in the corner. She tries to work it up to Houston. Houston tries to get it to Sukachev. And the Rangers walk out of their zone with it dumped into the EO zone. Pressure's on. Tam's back to get it. Tam up to Houston. Missed pass over into the neutral zone where the Rangers will flip it back in. Bergeron, first one to the puck. Back to Tam. Tam forces the pass up to Houston. Turned over. Kanata captain has it. Works it down low. Rangers working in front. 2 Rangers players there. Shot, rebound, scramble, and frozen by Kira Crawford. 1-0 Kanata Rangers with 8:11 left in the third period. Kira Crawford making another great save to keep this game in hand. Rangers eventually win the face-off. They turn it over at the blue line as EO gets it out. 2 teams battling hard here in the third period along the boards in the neutral zone where it's eventually dumped in. Maddie Plum, first one back to get it. 7:47 over to our partner Tam. Tam up to Thompson. Thompson up to Amy Roberts. Amy Roberts gets it deep into the zone, but it looks like it will be icing. Face off back into the EO zone to the left of Kira. 7:35 left. Puck works its way back to the blue line, but Kanata keeps it in. Plum to our partner Tam. Tam curls around, works it up, but kept in by Kanata, who dumps it right back in. Plum first to the puck, skates out of the zone with it, looking for options, keeps it, tries to get it deep, but it's turned over. Kanata has a one-on-one with Tam. EO Stars working hard to get back to help. Pass is cleared in front, but Kanata still has control over it. Whacked away by Maddie. 6:54 left. 1-0 Kanata. Scramble in front. Oh. Kanata now bringing the pressure to EO as they keep it in. Charlotte Thompson over to McDonald, who now skates out of the zone with it. Skates into contact. Play still goes on. McDonald is slow to get up. Scoring chance by Thompson, and then eventually it is called down. Selena McDonald is slow to get to her feet, making her way to the bench. Charlotte Thompson almost finished off that play with a nice rush on the left-hand side. Looks like the face-off will be to the right of the Kanata goalie. Chloe Bond's line comes out. 6:27 of the third. Shots on goal are now 23 for the Stars and 16 for Kanata. Dunlop tries to keep the puck in the zone. Puck leaves the zone with Sophie Ferguson feeding it across. Turned over. Kanata gains control in the EO zone. They bring it behind the EO's net, looking for someone to pass to. No one is there. Chloe Bond steals the puck. Chloe Bond skates out behind her own net with some speed. Turns, looking for options. Gets it to Gwen Hatfield on the right. Hatfield loses it on a one-on-one with the Kanata player. Kanata now clears the zone and dumped in to the EO zone. We have an icing called on the play. Face-off to the left of the Kanata goalie. Chloe Bond still out there taking the face-off. Gwendolyn Hatfield on the right. Ocean Gauthier on the left with Ferguson and Dunlop on the point. Kanata wins the face-off. They work it up the right-hand side. And they quickly get it out of the zone. We have a breakaway. Kanata girl comes in, shoots. Big blocker save by Kira. Kanata keeps it in the zone. They shoot. Oh, blocked by Gauthier. Back to the point again. Shot from the point, blocked in front. Gauthier gains control. Tries to get it over in the middle, doesn't get there. Kanata gets it deep into EO zone. Bond there to help pick up the puck. Gauthier tries to get it to Gwen on the right, but it's picked off by Kanata once again. Blocked by Sophie Ferguson. She gets it to Hatfield. Hatfield over to Vuong. Vuong turns it over. Rangers player now carries it into the left-hand side. She's hung up by that is Ferguson. Vuong digging hard. Hatfield gets it. Tries to clear zone. Kept in again by the Rangers. They dump it in. Ferguson one-on-one in the behind the net. Sesk works it up. Sukachev can't get it. Kept in by the Rangers. Sukachev gets it again. Banks it out. Great play by Sukachev. Sukachev gains control again. She's going to get a one-on-one option here. There she goes. Backhand. Turns. Oh, unfortunately, just gets poked off. Here comes the Rangers right back at him. One-on-one with Bergeron. Tries a fancy move, but Bergeron says not today. Both of them are now battling in the corner. Vuong up to Houston. Houston spins off. Vuong looks to help. Back to Sesk. Sesk up to Sukachev, who gets it deep into the zone. Ever since that one power play goal by Kanata, they have been taking it to EO, creating more chances and more zone time. EO having a little bit harder time getting out of her zone. But Thompson settles it down, but again, Bergeron on her own end. Over to Sesk. Sesk to Roberts. Back to Bergeron. Bergeron It's held up at their blue line. Turned over. Kanata now skates out with it. Dumped into the zone. Kira plays it for Sesk into the corner. Sesk turns over to Bergeron. Bergeron over to Houston. Houston looking for options. Kicks it up to her stick. Nice backhand pass over to Roberts. Roberts throws back. Feeds it back to Bergeron. Bergeron feeds Houston. Houston carries it in the zone with some speed. Houston works it in deep. Kanata gains control of it. Nice job by Tam to keep the puck in. Battle in the corner. Tam tries to keep it in. They get it by one-on-one with Plum. The Plum gets there first. Gets it over to Roberts. Roberts, the Plum, the Thompson. Oh, just gets it poked away. Roberts, the Plum to Selena McDonald. Selena gets her chance poked away. Plum over to Selena. Selena able to get it deep into the Kanata zone. Less than 2 minutes left. 1-0 Kanata. They try to clear the zone, but it's kept in. Chloe Bond keeps it in, and the collision with Charlotte Thompson unfortunately caused the puck to get into the possession of Kanata. Plum keeps the puck in. Plum looking for options. Plum walks the blue line. There's a hooking play. Looks like there will be a penalty up against for Kanata once they touch the puck. Plum carries it in into the corner. Back to McDonald. Shot on net. Big save. Kanata touches the puck for the whistle. We have a slashing call. 2 minutes for slashing with only 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Chloe Bond's line is out here for the power play. I'm not sure if they're looking to pulling the goalie or not. Face off one. Hold the goalie. Empty net for the EO Stars. Tam to Gauthier. Gauthier to Hatfield. Back to Bond. Bond to Tam. Tam to Maddie. Plum. Beautiful pass over to Bond. Bond with a hard shot. Oh, almost a deflection in front. Plum with a great job keeping the puck in. Works it in. Shot just wide. Hatfield to Tam. Tam to Plum. Plum shoots. Glove save. 36 seconds left. 1-0 Kanata here in the third period. Last game of the regular season. Face off to the left of the Kanata goalie. Chloe Bond taking the face off. Won by the Stars. Plum to Selena McDonald. McDonald shoots just wide. Gauthier to Plum. Plum looking for options. Shoots. Screen in front. Deflected just wide again. McDonald works it in front. No one there. Plum's there though. No. Gathers the puck. She shoots. Big save by the Kanata goalie. That's about how the night goes tonight. Face off won by the Stars. Back to Plum. Plum looking for options. Gives it over to Tam. Tam shoots on net. Just wide. Plum decides to keep it in. 5 seconds left. Works it in front. Scramble in front. Just wide as the clock kicks away. The Rangers win 1-0 with a superb outing by their goalie. They kept them in. Lots of chances by the EO Stars, but they lose their season finale 1-0. But thank you, fans, for a wonderful regular season. Playdowns start soon, the playoffs shortly after that, and hopefully provincials after that. Thank you all for watching tonight. Hello from Ottawa to everyone, and have a wonderful night.
She's good.
Did she play okay?
must have had someone give her a few tips over the years. Her with those bigger pads that look good.
What's that?
Her with like wider pads that look even better, right? She used to have like little narrower ones.
Oh, if there's anybody I wanted to get lit up, it was her.